Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt that a hair color which once made you feel confident and put together suddenly feels wrong? This moment can be confusing and even emotional because hair color is deeply connected to identity. Yeah. As women move gracefully into their 60s and beyond, subtle but powerful changes take place. Skin tone becomes softer, undertones shift, and hair texture naturally changes. Colors that once brightened the face can begin to look harsh, dull, or out of balance. Many women assume the safest path is to stay with gray or hold on to a long-time signature shade, but safety does not always mean flattering. Some hair colors quietly add years, not because they are bad choices, but because they no longer align with the beauty you carry today. One of the most common shades women over 60 struggle with is very cool gray or icy silver. Gray hair itself can be elegant and empowering, but when it leans too ashy or metallic, it can drain warmth from the face. Mature skin naturally loses some of its golden undertones over time, and overly cool gray can exaggerate this change. The result is a complexion that looks flat, tired, or shadowed, even when you feel energetic and vibrant. Fine lines can appear more noticeable, and the face can lose its natural softness. The issue is not embracing gray, but choosing a gray tone that works against rather than with your skin. Another shade that often becomes unflattering with age is jet black. Black hair creates a strong contrast that can overpower softened features. Instead of enhancing the face, it can highlight lines, under, eyeshadows, and uneven skin tone. Jet black also tends to flatten dimension in the hair, making it look stiff or artificial rather than healthy and full. As gray roots appear, the contrast becomes even harsher, requiring frequent touch-ups and adding stress rather than ease. What once felt bold and chic can begin to feel heavy and unforgiving. Very light blonde or platinum is another color many women choose in hopes of looking brighter or more youthful. Unfortunately, these shades often have the opposite effect. Extremely light blonde can wash out mature skin and emphasize dryness or thinning hair. The bleaching process needed to maintain platinum weakens the hair, leading to brittleness and breakage. Instead of softness and glow, the hair can appear fragile and overprocessed. Rather than lifting the face, it can drain vitality from the overall look. Recognizing that a hair color no longer serves you is not a failure, it is awareness. Beauty does not disappear with age, it evolves. The first step toward looking and feeling radiant again is understanding that your hair color should change with you, supporting your natural warmth, softness, and confidence. Many women are surprised to learn that certain hair colors can quietly add years to their appearance without being obviously wrong. These shades do not fail because they lack beauty, but because they no longer harmonize with mature skin, softer features, and changing hair texture. Understanding why these colors work against you is essential to making empowered choices that feel authentic and flattering. Very cool gray and icy silver tones are often praised for being modern and natural, yet they can be surprisingly unforgiving. When gray lacks warmth, it can clash with skin that has become more delicate over time. This clash creates a dull or washed out appearance, making the face look tired even on your best days. Metallic silvers can also emphasize texture in both hair and skin, drawing attention to fine lines rather than softening them. The face loses dimension, and the overall look can feel flat instead of luminous. Jet black hair presents a different challenge. Its intensity creates a sharp contrast that rarely flatters aging skin. As facial features soften, extreme contrast can feel severe. Black hair absorbs light rather than reflecting it, which can deepen shadows around the eyes and mouth. This effect can make the face appear heavier and more fatigued. Additionally, jet black leaves little room for blending with natural gray, making regrowth more obvious and maintenance more demanding. Over time, this rigidity can feel limiting rather than empowering. Very light blonde or platinum shades are often associated with youth, but on mature hair, they can become draining. These colors remove depth and dimension, which are essential for creating the illusion of fullness. Platinum tones can blend too closely with the skin, erasing contrast and making facial features fade rather than stand out. The chemical processing required to maintain such light shades often weakens the hair, causing dryness and breakage. This can make hair appear thin and lifeless instead of soft and healthy. What all these shades have in common is imbalance. They either remove warmth, create excessive contrast, or strip away dimension. When hair color stops supporting the skin and facial features, it begins to work against them. This is not about rules or restrictions, but about harmony. Hair color should enhance the glow of the skin, reflect light onto the face, and move naturally with your changing texture. Letting go of a familiar shade can feel emotional, especially when it has been part of your identity for years. But releasing what no longer serves you creates space for something better. Aging gracefully does not mean fading into the background. It means choosing softness over harshness, warmth over flatness, and balance over extremes. The goal is not to look younger, but to look alive, confident, and beautifully aligned with who you are today. The most powerful shift a woman over 60 can make is choosing a hair color that restores warmth, softness, and dimension. Aging gracefully does not mean giving up style or personality. It means refining it. The right color does not hide age, it celebrates presence, confidence, and depth. Often, the most flattering alternatives are not dramatic changes, but thoughtful adjustments that work with your natural beauty. Warm caramel brown is one of the most universally flattering shades for mature women. This color reflects light beautifully, giving hair a fuller and healthier appearance. Caramel tones blend effortlessly with natural gray, creating a soft transition rather than harsh regrowth lines. The warmth in this shade enhances skin tone, adds glow to the face, and brings brightness to the eyes. Caramel brown feels elegant, modern, and approachable, offering dimension without overpowering delicate features. Hazelnut brown with subtle copper undertones is another stunning option. This shade adds richness while maintaining softness. The gentle copper warmth lifts the complexion and creates natural movement in the hair. Hazelnut brown adds depth, making hair appear thicker and more vibrant. It complements a wide range of skin tones and wardrobe colors, making it both practical and stylish. This color feels alive and expressive without demanding constant upkeep. For women who enjoy a hint of creativity, deep plum or burgundy highlights offer a graceful way to add personality. These tones blend beautifully into brown bases, adding depth and visual interest. Plum and burgundy reflect warmth onto the skin, softening the appearance of fine lines and enhancing natural glow. When woven subtly through the hair, they age gracefully alongside silver strands rather than competing with them. This choice allows individuality to shine without feeling overpowering. At its core, evolving your hair color is an act of self-respect. No one teaches women how to adjust their style as they age, yet evolution is natural. You are not chasing youth, and you are not required to explain your choices. The right hair color supports who you are now. It helps you sit taller, smile more freely, and recognize your own confidence again. Your beauty has not disappeared, it has matured, deepened, and become more meaningful. A harmonious hair color reminds you that you are still radiant, still expressive, and still worthy of feeling beautiful every time you look in the mirror. The right shade does not change who you are. It reveals you. There comes a quiet but powerful moment in every woman's life when she realizes that her reflection is asking for something different. Not younger, not trendier, just more aligned with who she has become. For women over 60, hair color plays a deeper role than simple appearance. It affects posture, expression, and confidence. When the shade feels right, the face looks relaxed, the smile comes naturally, and there is a sense of ease that cannot be forced. When it feels wrong, even the most polished style can feel uncomfortable. This is why allowing your hair color to evolve is not about change for the sake of change, but about honoring growth. As we age, our natural contrast softens, skin becomes more delicate, eyes may lose some sharp contrast, and hair texture often becomes finer. Colors that once relied on bold contrast or extreme coolness can suddenly feel too strong. This does not mean your presence is fading. It means your beauty is shifting towards subtlety. Softer, warmer tones work with this shift, reflecting light back onto the face instead of absorbing it. This reflection creates a rested, open appearance that feels effortless rather than forced. One of the greatest misconceptions is that staying exactly the same is the safest option. In reality, refusing to adjust can quietly age the overall look. A color chosen decades ago was meant for a different version of you. The woman you are now carries more depth, more calm, and more self-awareness. Your hair color should reflect that richness. When tone and warmth are balanced, hair looks fuller, healthier and more alive. The face appears lifted, not because anything is hidden, but because harmony has been restored. Evolving your hair color can also be deeply emotional. Hair is tied to memories, milestones, and identity. Letting go of a long time shade can feel like letting go of a chapter. But evolution does not erase the past, it builds on it. Choosing a more flattering tone now is a form of self care, not surrender. It is a quiet statement that you still value how you feel when you look at yourself and when you look at yourself. The most beautiful hair colors for women over 60 are the ones that feel natural yet intentional. Shades that move gently between light and depth, warmth and softness. These colors do not demand attention, they invite it. They allow your face to be the focus, not the color itself. They move with you, grow out gracefully, and age alongside you instead of fighting the process. In the end, confidence does not come from pretending nothing has changed. It comes from embracing change with grace. The right hair color supports your presence rather than overpowering it. It reminds you that you are not becoming less visible, you are becoming more defined. Your beauty is not behind you. It is right here, refined, assured, and quietly powerful. And you deserve a hair color that reflects that truth every single day.